Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Mocktails podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, your favorite Auntie T, and I have with me
D and your girl Bree.
All right, so it's been a while since we have been here. We do apologize for our sabbatical, but life happens, and so we are actually going to tell you about what's been going on in our lives because we haven't talked to you since July. So it is now October, almost the middle of October. So what's been going on, ladies? What's been keeping you busy?
Work.
Work, okay.
Yeah. Got to see my family and went to Disney World.
You had just started a new job, right?
Yeah.
So how's that
Oh,
going?
I don't know.
In
It's
July?
good. It's good, yeah.
Is it?
I'm working.
You're working.
Yes, I'm a working woman.
That's it.
And
She works hard for the
family.
money.
Right.
Yeah.
Works hard.
Spend time with family. And that's it.
You had a birthday?
Yeah, I turned 31.
The 31.
Yeah.
Officially, toes are in. It's in the 30s.
Yeah,
You're
like
in
I
there
am
now,
deep
like
in
somewhere.
the 30s. Yep. And got a lot of gray hair since the last podcast. Like they're all like right here in the front. So
But you're gonna work on a color consultation.
yeah,
right?
I'm getting colors coming in 2022.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
You
ma'am.
like color? Yes, color.
Yeah.
What else has been going on? Anything else?
No, I've just been tired. That's all it's been. Just tired. Oh, we went to the fair. We went to the state fair. So we'll probably elaborate on that later.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
That's it. I've been boring.
That's okay.
I mean, that's fine.
That's life.
That's boring times. Me, I'm back at work again, of course. This school year's actually been better than the last.
It's a regular
year.
school year now.
It really feels like a regular school year, which is
Mhm.
good, which is when I enjoy my job. So school's been good. The kids are good. They're happy to be back. In case you're wondering, half of them wear masks, half of them don't. I'm still alive. I wear my mask every day. What else other than work? But work is keeping me busy because it's back to regular. Last year was a very lazy year because you only had to do the bare minimum. We were just surviving last year.
Yeah.
And so this year you have to do more than survive. You have to actually teach and engaging with the students and all that. So it's more work. You're tired. I'm tired every day. So same. So that's work. Personal.
How's your business?
Business is still a business. That's what matters. I have a
That's it.
business.
You had a really cute sweater you posted. I was like, I might have to use that sweater.
Danny and Elle Boutique.
Yes.
Find it online.
Yes.
Go get your fall sweaters.
Fall sweater. We have
Earrings, whatever you need.
Animal print dress that's more for fall as well. Long sleeve. What else? I feel like that's everything. I'm about to be a godmother of a 1-year-old in a couple of weeks. She turns 1.
Like a fish. Oh, just like
You
1
already-
year.
I just
know,
said
I
it
was
off.
like-
I'm already
I
a
was
godmother.
like,
I'm gonna be the mother of a 1-year-old.
I was
I
like,
got you.
I just
you
said
became
it
a
weird.
godmother
I know,
when
I
the
was
baby
like-
turned 1?
No,
I know, I was like, there's official ceremony.
she's about to turn 1 in a couple of weeks, which is very exciting. She's like an adult. It's crazy. She's almost walking. She's very close to walking.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. I think that's all for me.
That's all.
Yeah. What about you? What are you doing too?
Oh man, I started a new job.
These work announcements.
Yeah, work announcements. Started a new job a little over a month ago. That's going well. I work for the state now, so governmental level, official, Also, let's see, personal life. I started boxing. I'm in a boxing competition for the next 5 more weeks, trying to win some money. So we'll see how this goes. And then let's see, what else? Birthday is coming up soon.
Mm-hmm.
In a couple of months.
How old are we gonna be?
29.
Okay,
Not
29.
officially into.
Knocking on the door.
I'm knocking on it. I'm coming up on 1 year of knowing my official person. So that's coming up in a few days. So that's been wild. It's been a crazy year.
So a year of knowing.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what That's
Yes.
what they doing nowadays.
That's what I mean, because our official, what I would count would only be like, a few months. But,
Okay. But y'all met.
but our,
almost a year.
yes.
Got it.
And so, it didn't start as like a friendship, so we can kind of count it as like a, whatever. But, so that's cool. Let's see. I'm gonna get some cosmetic work done on my teeth. I went to get a consultation and I thought I would be getting it done in a couple weeks, but that won't be till November now. So
That'll be here.
it'll be here before we know it.
I thought you were about to say you were getting something done to your face.
Ah!
I was like, please don't.
No.
Too young for that.
Yeah, no, I'm not there yet. And then let's see. Oh, for my birthday, I want to do a clean out of the closet and buy a new wardrobe of a lot of stuff. Not every piece, but a couple.
Keep your basics.
Yeah, some basics, and then donate some stuff, and then go and try to transition into a style. I don't know what I want to do quite yet, but that's coming soon. So we'll see.
Nice.
We'll see. That's been life. That's been life.
Nice.
So, the fair.
Yeah.
This was
fair.
all of our first time?
No.
Oh, you had been.
Oh, yeah.
I did.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was your first
No.
Texas State Fair.
Yeah. That was my second time going to the state fair.
I told everybody. Oh yeah, it was all of our first time.
Mm-mm.
Oh
That's
wow,
not
right.
right. Most of ours first time at the state fair. And
It was cool.
it was cool.
I feel like it's something you want to say.
No.
Not me.
It was cool.
Me and Taja rode lots of rides.
Lots of rides. We have fun.
And she challenged me
Mhm.
to step out of my comfort zone because I'm afraid of heights. She got me on the little swings that go around.
Mhm.
I did that.
Was that scary?
No, I just don't like heights.
I don't
But
either.
I got on my little swing.
And you were fine.
and it was perfectly
It'd be fine.
fine. Got a
Okay.
nice view of the whole fairground.
Nice.
I'd be nervous about some of that stuff because I do be a little queasy going around. I'd be like, oof.
Yeah, like
As I get
a lot of the
older.
stuff that was at the fair spun around.
Yeah.
Basically everything spun around.
Man,
so it
listen.
was And what other ride? What was that ride we rode?
What was that thing called?
The zipper.
Zipper.
The
Yes.
zipper. It was scary when we saw
When
it.
you were
before
looking
we
at it.
Yeah, when we was looking at it, it was scary. But we was like, this is gonna be our challenge ride. This right here really gonna challenge us. We got on and it was spinning around so fast we didn't know where
It
we
was
were in the
fun,
air.
right,
So
it
we
was
just
fun.
like
We had a good time. We had a good time. I was glad somebody came with me to ride because everybody else in the crew went to go walk, I guess, and talk.
Walk and talk and eat.
Walk, talk, eat. I didn't really get to experience any of the state fair food.
Yes.
And
I kind of want to go back.
I want to go back.
I wanna
just
go
for
back
the
for
food.
I want to
the
go back because I
food
didn't get really any
specifically.
food.
Like those things
We
that
should
they
go back
talk
to the
about.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
top things that win
Yeah.
the competition.
Right.
I could do
We
that.
could
Yeah.
weekday field trip.
I'm down. Because I definitely want to go check out some stuff. And I was like,
I think next weekend is the last weekend.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
So
Oh
we
my
would have
gosh.
to do
it's so
it.
fast.
I hear it's good to go with the last weekend because they're giving discounted stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's what my cousin told me.
That's the
I
plan.
think I still got a few
Put it on
tickets
books.
too.
I got like
So,
5 tickets left, so
Yeah.
I need to use those.
Hey. So, yeah.
I put them on my refrigerator because you can use them for a whole year. So I was like, if I don't use it this year, then I got it. I know where it is for next year.
There you
That's
go.
cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
So it was fine. It was fine. We went with some of our friends, our guy friends, and that was pretty much it. We were only there for a few hours.
I do want to give a piece of advice. When you are going to an event where a lot of people are there, like the fair, concerts, like major events, back the car in the parking spot.
It might help.
It'll help when it's time to leave.
It might
I
help.
thought everybody knew that.
Right? I thought that was like the
Universal
rule.
law.
Especially when everybody's parking a lot and it's like, okay, we're gonna need to get out of here quick and safely so we don't have to do anything weird
Right.
back in, so you just have to turn out and you're fine. Yeah.
Men.
That's it. That's
men.
it.
And you just gotta let them do what they're gonna do, though.
And then just kind of say, I told you so under your breath.
Because once we said it, it was not happening.
Yeah.
Had we not said anything, I don't know if it would have happened, but as soon as we said it, it was over. It was over. It was never gonna happen.
Never. Because they don't want to listen. But it's fine.
It's fine.
What else? Did anything else major happen at the fair?
At the fair? Not really.
Not really. No.
Just a lot of screaming.
Yeah, a lot of screaming. We had fun.
A lot of
You
walking.
challenged yourself.
I did this
Oh,
the
yeah.
sky thing.
I don't think you can tell that story.
We got on a free ride.
Oh,
Cable
okay.
car.
I didn't tell the story. Oh,
Yeah,
got it.
cable car. What was it like? 10 tickets to
Yeah,
go one
so-
way.
We initially thought it was like half of that.
The way the sign read was one way is like 5 tickets. And if you wanted to come back, it was 8. It was
Right.
something like that.
Like
Yeah,
double.
like
Yeah.
we thought if
Yeah.
we wanted to go both ways, we would give them.
Right,
Extra tickets.
13 or whatever,
Yeah.
however much.
So we get up there, and Bree hands him her 5 tickets, however many
Yeah.
it was. He puts them in the little thing, and then
He like,
he was like, "This isn't enough."
They're like, but the sign.
It's like, but the sign. He's like, "No,
No.
it's." I don't even know what he said. After
Yeah,
that.
no.
He don't even know
But
what he was
basically,
saying.
We were like, never
it was
mind.
more than that.
We
So
didn't
were
have
like,
enough tickets.
never mind, we'll just leave. So to leave, you have to walk the same direction as if you're getting on the ride. So we were minding our own business, heading towards the exit.
really being like,
We
okay,
were
time
doing what we
to
were
go.
supposed to. We were
Yeah.
leaving, and then one of the attendants was like, "Enter here," and we said,
Us?
Me?
"Is he talking about us?"
I was like, you want? We can
Us?
get in? I was like, okay, we'll do.
And so we got in, and then we kind of like hit our faces, and we just knew at any minute he was be like, "Them."
Right. But we got out for free.
But we got
took
in
off.
for free. I mean, minus the 5 that he
No, he gave
gave him back. Okay,
And we got on
we
that
got in for
ride.
free. I was very excited about the ride because I was like, "Oh, it'll be fine. We're in this box, enclosed." But after we got up to the sky, I wasn't okay.
It was such a good view.
Yeah, we had a good view of downtown and
I
all
did
the
this a couple
lights.
The
times.
And
lights. Yeah.
You could see the skyline. It was pretty.
I enjoyed it. They had some good music starting, but we didn't really get to experience, we didn't get to do
we didn't get to do everything
we wanted to that time. But
Do we think that they had good music just because of the game that night?
very potentially. But I don't know.
They have music all the time.
Okay.
But the
Throughout the whole
good
thing,
music,
but I don't know. Like they
Like the
have like
type of
artists
music.
come
Yeah.
and perform. Like I saw apparently Drew Hill was
Oh, I
there
love Drew Hill.
the same
Like,
day
I
we were there,
love
but
them.
before we got there.
We should have got there. Well,
they were there that day?
Yes,
Like
because
Cisco?
that's the Black Day.
Drew Hill. Yes.
Right, but Cisco for sure was there.
I don't know, but
Were they performing?
it wasn't a like a tribute band. It was like it was them.
I would have paid money to see them.
It was included our ticket
Oh
Dang.
with the $1.50 convenience fee.
I would go again.
yeah, I would too.
And maybe we will.
Yeah, we didn't get to see the animals.
We didn't get
When I heard about the animals, I'm like, Taja would love the animals.
Man, I would love the animals.
It just got too crowded. Like once
Yeah.
it got crowded, it's hard to like.
Let's try to go in
But
the
it was
morning or something.
it was nice at first.
At
We were
first,
hitting
yeah.
all the rides, like we was getting through them. So yeah, once it started getting more at night, I guess it was a little busier. But
Because it's cheaper at night, apparently.
yeah, well,
That's what we were told.
Because that's where our driver wanted to wait till later.
Because
right.
the
But I didn't
tickets
know
were
it was
cheaper.
going to be cheaper
Oh,
past the time
right,
that we
okay,
came
yeah.
in.
That makes sense.
You know,
I don't know.
I
Yeah,
could be. I
Right,
don't know. I don't know.
right.
I don't know.
that makes sense though. Who knows? It was fun.
It was
We'd go
fun.
again.
We'd go again. Instagram influencer, you guys know not Carlton Banks? He does like a lot of churchy.
Churchy?
Yeah.
He was there. I saw him at, I didn't see him there, but I saw him like tagging me.
After.
I was like, hey, you're at the state fair. So
I was just seeing one of his
Pulling up.
videos last night. Somebody sent me one of his videos.
he's funny.
He's on
I
point.
hope he's verified now
Exactly.
because he's been trying to get verified for a
was.
long time and they
No.
weren't giving him that blue check. But he's funny. Follow him. All right. So shall we get into our hot topics?
Yes.
Sure.
Let's go.
Okay. So the first hot topic. You want to kick it off? The photographer one.
Yes.
Run it down.
So the first topic we're going to talk about, you've probably heard of it by now. If you have not, don't worry. So there was, let's see where to start. There was a photographer who was working for a wedding, but they weren't like a photographer. They were doing a favor for a friend, and they even told the friend, I don't do this, but if you want me to, I will. And so they decided, and because it was a favor, the married couple or the engaged couple decided they would pay them like $200, $250 for a wedding,
which is like a tenth of a price.
Hours.
Yeah,
I feel like it was at least
like
8 hours,
yeah.
Right, of the day. So number one, that's crazy. Number two, so then after however many hours, the photographer wanted to take a break to eat, and they denied him or her food. So the photographer was not allowed to eat. And at that point, I heard the photographer said, "Are you sure?" Like
just
wanted
to
confirm,
yes.
Like, are you sure that I can't eat? They said yes. The photographer then deleted all of the wedding photos at that moment, and that was all she wrote.
Did the photographer still get the $250?
No,
I don't know.
I think that was the end of the.
That person wasn't supposed to collect payment until it was over. So they forfeited their payment too.
They didn't really emphasize that
yeah.
part, but I would assume they didn't get paid.
Yeah.
But so what are our thoughts on that? Is the photographer right, wrong, which, should or should not have happened?
Both parties are wrong.
Explain.
Well, I mean, they should have letting the person eat. Like, you've been taking photos all day, and I don't know where they were or what. It was probably hot out. Like, every time, like, taking pictures at a wedding, I'm always hot. I'm like, oh. Mm-hmm. So the photographer was probably miserable because of heat or whatever. And then all the time, you need to like replenish. You need to eat, be able to eat.
Like a normal
drink. Yes.
Yeah. You should have a break.
Yes. But I would not have deleted someone's photos from their wedding. Like, that's like a very important day for the couple. So I feel like you don't have those pictures, like all the you don't have the memories to look back on.
So what should have been the compromise for the photographer who didn't get to eat? Do they ask for more compensation then to get those pictures, or what do you think should have happened?
I mean, I probably would have been like, I'll have your photos for you, but I'm done for the day. Like, if I can't eat, I've got to go somewhere and get some food.
It's nice of you.
What did you think?
I mean, it's not in my nature to necessarily be that petty, but I don't think that it was wrong per se. Like, yeah, it's a little bogus, but at the same time, they were being bogus for not allowing like a break when, especially when everybody else is eating as well, like to sit down. You've been shooting all day. We're not even paying you what a normal fee would be for a photographer for this type of occasion. It's like, I mean, because I don't think they would have paid him more after the event to receive those pictures. So at the end of the day, what is he holding on to those pictures for?
Probably gonna give him the little disc thingy that's in a digital camera and be like, here you go, bye. That's what I would have been done. Like, I'm going to get something to eat. That's what I would have done. But
that's a lot of work for, I don't know, like, you're already not getting the payment that you deserve.
I know, I wouldn't have done it in the first place.
It was a favor for a friend.
Like, were they really friends?
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah,
if you're not
like, the whole situation is so whack. Like, are you really friends?
Exactly. But I mean, they have photos, when they're like, as long as they didn't tell the guests not to have no phones or whatever.
Well, they weren't celebrities because they didn't have no money, so they wasn't.
They
really...
just look up the little hashtag that they have and find a little Instagram.
But there's
pictures.
There's non-famous people who like have signs that say no photos, please. At least during the ceremony.
During the ceremony,
because you'll get in the way of the photographer.
Yeah.
But I don't know about the ceremony. So my opinion, I was gonna say the same thing. Although I am not by nature that petty, I don't think anything was wrong, like, with what the person did, because you were rude.
That's rude.
You did not give the person a break. You did not let them eat. You expect them to work that whole time for that little amount of money, and you couldn't even give them, like, a piece of chicken?
Nope. Like, come on.
Now, granted, I wouldn't have done it myself. Well,
I
I
might have.
would've just left.
If I was
Yeah,
hangry,
right.
I would
I've
just
been
left. I'd
hangry
be like,
all
I'm done
day
with
shooting
y'all.
photos.
once you're hangry,
Anything's possible.
That's true. And
It's
you're
possible. Tired. You've been on your feet all day.
They should have paid a real photographer to begin with.
They didn't have the money. That's the thing. They were being cheap with everything.
Maybe they should have just went to the courthouse.
Right.
One thing I heard, I don't know how accurate it is, that some photographers put in food in their contracts. So you don't have to even worry about asking for food because it's in there.
Oh yeah, like the
Contract.
vendors. Yeah.
Right, it's expected.
Mhm.
So, but if it's just a person doing a favor for a friend, you wouldn't think about asking that because I guess you would just assume that they would let you eat. I don't know.
It's wild.
It's very much wild.
Wedding's a whole business. It's a
scam.
It's a scam.
It's all a show.
Yeah.
Maybe not a scam.
It's usually for the parents.
The parents
You
and the
think so?
family, yeah.
Yeah, the whole family.
It's not as much
Just,
as
like,
for
please
you
them.
and your spouse.
Yeah. I'm going as cheap as possible, but to still have fun. Like, I want a good reception, but the actual, like, ceremony part, because it's only like 15 minutes anyway. 15, 20 minutes, you know. A quick little boop bop. Diddly doop dop. I'm going to try to do that as cheap as possible.
Let's get to the parties
Mhm.
ASAP.
Yeah, you know.
Right.
Like, try to have open bar if possible. You know.
We love open bar.
We
Yeah, I
love
don't want to
open
pay
bar.
for drinks at a wedding. If you can't afford liquor, beer and wine is fine. Just
And
don't
then-
have us paying for our drinks.
Yeah, no. Or a dry wedding.
Some of them are BYOB. I've been a couple BYOB, like bring your bottle, and they'll have like I guess
They
bartenders
do.
to serve it for you, which is weird.
That's like at fancy restaurants. Sometimes you can take
Yeah.
your own bottle and they serve
And then
it.
I've been to one that only had like it was a brunch themed reception, like the
It
food
was during
situation.
the day.
It was during the day. It was earlier in the day, so they only had mimosas. That was it, which I was fine.
I mean,
Fine,
'cause
right.
you're not about to be turning up all the way like at a night wedding, anyways. At a brunch wedding.
Bottomless is fine though. People can still get turned. It's like a day party.
I love receptions.
Me
I
too.
get turned
If
all
it's
the
the
way.
right, you know, got the right
If they're
DJ,
your
the right.
friends, like it depends on the crowd.
The
too.
crowd, yeah.
If it's family and maybe older or not my crew, that's different. But if it's like my friends, people I went to college with, I'm turning up.
Your family don't turn up then?
They do,
I was like,
but we
yours
haven't
seems
had
like
many
they would.
weddings.
Mhm.
recently.
Dang, same with ours.
So, I've had more friends get married than I've had family in the recent years.
I just had a friend get engaged. Congrats, girl.
Congratulations.
So, you know who you are.
You know who you are. I don't know who you are, but congratulations.
She hasn't announced it like publicly, so I'm not gonna be
Oh,
like,
I was gonna say, what's her name so we can say it,
right.
but
I
that's
was like,
fine.
since she
Keep
didn't
that
do
to
it,
yourself.
I'm not gonna do it. You know. So, congrats, girl.
That's exciting.
Usually they pop up real quick with the engagement
Some
photo
of them
on
do.
She let
Instagram.
our close
media.
friends, yeah, know.
Because certain people have to know before you tell everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So, and I don't know if she will tell everybody because I think she said there's still gonna be 2 years till they do the wedding, so
Oh, okay.
they got time.
Long
Yeah.
engagement.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's hot topic number 1. Anything else on that?
Nope.
No?
Let people eat.
Let people eat.
Such a shady situation all around.
Right.
Let 'em
It's
eat.
just sketchy. Like, what was going on?
And now they ain't got no pictures, so be good to people and they'll be good to you. Hot topic number 2. So there was this married couple, and the husband decided to. So part of this I don't like because they posted it on the internet for the world to see. So
It's like
I
that
don't
flirting
like
her.
that.
I
Yes,
didn't like
I don't
that.
like that because your marital problems need to be in house and stuff like that. But we're gonna talk about it. So apparently the wife had an affair on the husband. He found out, and her reasoning was that she got caught in a lie. He found out about it, and because she was so mad at herself, she had to punish herself by like going to do explicit acts with somebody else. That was her reason for cheating on him, because she got caught.
Not just explicit acts, like oral sex.
Yes, immediately. when he came in the door. So the husband's asking all these questions, and I mean, he's calm, like, which is outstanding because he's just like, so
It's
did
like
you?
he already knew.
Yeah, I feel like we don't know all the details, but he was asking her some things and she was giving more than what he was asking for. So he was just basically like, did you do this? And she was like, yes, and then some.
Blah, blah,
this
blah,
is
blah.
what happened. I was babysitting with my mouth. So it was like a lot of honesty that he didn't necessarily like ask for, but she was being very transparent. So the question around that we want to talk about is there too much honesty or transparency to have with your significant other? Is there a limit of like what you would share versus what you would not share?
For me, I already don't share a lot. Like, I give people surface level. I don't get very deep. So initially it would just be a surface level thing, like, yes. You ask the question, the answer is yes.
Unless it's
open-ended, and then I would give a little more, but I still would only give a little. And then if my significant other wanted more, I guess I would have to give more. But I don't know what I would want.
See, would you be willing though, or would you be like, I don't want to tell that because I don't want to make you feel...
I think it would have to depend on what it is. It wouldn't be this situation.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of other, I don't know what other situation would, I don't know.
I want the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Like, I want all the details because of who I am as a person. If you don't tell me things, my mind automatically goes to the worst possible scenario that you could ever think of. So your truth is probably honestly less like egregious than what I'm thinking probably went down, because I'm gonna think the absolute
Be so
worst. Yeah, I'm gonna be dramatic. In my thoughts, I'm gonna be dramatic. So you might as well give me all the details so that I can just be like, oh, okay, that was it.
That wasn't that bad.
Yeah, like it's bad, but it's not as bad as I was thinking. So I prefer tell me it all.
I don't know. I don't want to feel like I would be lying by omission.
Mm-hmm.
Like if something makes you feel like, if you feel guilt about it, like, then clearly that needs to be, out there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Would you want to know, like, yes, like everything? What happened, or just like yes?
Are you talking about like stuff with like previous relationships?
Just in
I mean,
So
that's
previous
whatever.
relationships, I don't really care unless it was like some like big major thing. Like I don't need to know all the details about somebody's previous relationships and everything they did in those previous relationships. Really, I don't even know if I would care so much about why it ended, unless it was like cheating or something.
Then you would care.
Then I need to know everything.
I don't know.
That's hard.
But like this lady, like I didn't see the video y'all talking about, but like was she like being like vindictive or she
No,
was
she
like,
was just...
She was very neutral.
Yeah, I'm just
like,
saying what it was.
and blunt. She was like, yes, I did it, and this is when I did it, and where I did it, and how I did it.
Like, that's it. Matter
And
of fact.
she didn't have any emotion in her voice. None.
No, she's like, I mean, I'm sad that I hurt you.
Without emotion in her voice, she said
but
that too.
I hope they break up. It sounds like a messed up situation. Like it sounds kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I hope they reconcile, but they.
I always
Were
want
they
people to
married?
reconcile.
Yeah, they were
I always want people to reconcile, but this seems kind of crazy. And they posted the video on the internet, like,
And that's the whole thing. Like, the internet, social media. I don't know if people are looking for validation or what from it, but to post that and embarrass not only your significant other, but you too are embarrassed in the process.
Yeah.
Like, sir, your woman, she told the world and you let us know immediately when the man walked in. Like, that's embarrassing and honestly, like, uncalled for. And now the whole world knows about it. And it's just like, that should have been kept
inside in the house.
Yeah, in the house. Stop putting everything on social media, y'all.
Right.
I mean, I'll be watching it, but hey, stop putting
If
everything.
it's
Put
on
it out
the internet,
there.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
will
watch it, but stop
don't
doing
put it
it
on there, and I can't watch it.
because you're
Keep some things private.
Yeah, you be embarrassing yourselves. Like,
Side note, it's on the same note of keeping things private. My students said one of the things they hate is when people cry on the internet, like when they record a video and they start crying and then they post it. It's so weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
I was thinking,
Like,
okay, can we get into this?
Yeah, let's go.
Can we get into this? I hope this person doesn't watch this video. But, so I have a lot of different content things that I follow. So, you know, I'm in touch with the Lord. So I like to watch some things that relate to Christianity. Then I like comedy. Then I like this and the third, right? So whoever I follow, blah, 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 they a mix of whatever. So I follow an individual and they like to do a lot of prayers and a lot of like motivational speaking and this and the third on social media. But their prayers are so like I don't know, script is not the word, but definitely trying to like play to the camera and stuff. And I'd be like, I saw like their eyes open to make sure the camera was like on their face and stuff. And I was like, hey,
how am I looking during this?
Right. I was like, you playing. And like the prayer was just that, like, I'm gonna show y'all after, but it was just kind of that performance of like
performance.
What y'all doing?
Social media is performance, like the whole thing.
A lot of it.
Yes, that's why I'm like,
it's only the highlight. Well, even the people who try to make authentic by I'm crying and see my emotions.
That's performative.
It's for your it's a performance.
Because you
piece.
had to stop crying and say, let me get my
this
phone out. Let me get the right angle. And then you had to keep crying after.
Need the lighting right.
It's like how you keep like what? And then you posted it.
Like, nah. It don't make sense.
It makes sense.
I was happy.
I
was happy when Facebook and Instagram was down for the whole day.
I said it was good for people. Because I saw as soon as it came back up, I missed you, world. I was like, y'all addicted.
Get outside.
Right.
Go outside and get some fresh air.
Or go work.
Right.
Or do some other things. Have a conversation with people.
I said, y'all wouldn't know what to do if this, like, social media went down. And honestly, I sometimes when it went down at first, I was a little like, yo, what's wrong with I checked a couple times, but then immediately I was like, you know what, it's fine. Like, it is what it is. But there's so many people who aren't like that. Because it's a performative piece, and it feeds this, like,
it's a monster.
That's why I get tired of it sometimes. Because I'm like, everybody's just putting on a show. I can't
putting on a show. And what kind of content do y'all like to watch? Like, what's on your feed?
I like to see like house stuff, and I don't follow influencers.
Like what kind of influencers?
You know, the fashion influence. Like when people always try to sell you some, I don't follow that.
No.
But like I follow celebrities who I think are like funny, you know, like stuff like that. Like I like social media to be fun.
Me too, a lot of it.
Yeah. I follow fashion people, but people whose fashion is like attainable for me. So people who have like a similar shape or size as me, what they wear to try to like inspire things in me. I did like used to follow natural hair people because I was trying to figure out, you know, being natural, but it's a lot, and I figured out what works for me. I follow all the famous people that I like, you know, Beyonce and them. And then of course like real people that I know too.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. Oh, you do sports too?
I do sports stuff as well.
What I kind of did to like cut out some stuff is like I follow the celebs that I like. I follow a lot of like social media comedians because I love a lot of comedy. So I'm gonna shout y'all out to hear more. Kev on Stage, not Carlton Banks. A lot of that chick Angel, the actress. Tony Baker. I like a lot of those kind of like up and coming people. Haha Davis, Rennie, all those kind of people. So what I do to kind of like not overload my feed with that is I go to my Explore page, and so I'll start to like, I like natural hair stuff, I like certain fashion things and some things like that. So then on my Explore page, it'll show what I'm like,
a variety,
right? Versus like, I don't actually want to see that every time I go on there, but as long as I go to my Explore page, I can see what I want to like. Okay, like local restaurants or this or that or whatever.
Yeah, I have local things. Like Dallas stuff
to keep up with what's happening.
What's happening? Yeah, but it's a beast, and
it is. Oh, cooking, food.
I have a lot of food.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a lot of food.
I'm
on
like
my
going
We
through
haven't
everything.
seen. I haven't seen any meals from you lately on Instagram.
Life's busy. And because it's not as pretty anymore, because I put them in like the meal prep things, and it's not cute. But yes, I know. My sister said the same thing.
It's fine. Let's see. What else can we talk about? We were going to talk about Dave Chappelle, but I don't think we should.
I don't think we have to.
We're flowing right now. We're flowing right now. I will say something that I've been watching recently that the more I watch it, Kevin Samuels. So I've been listening to some of his content like throughout the day, the work day.
This podcast is over.
No.
I know where this is going.
The more I listen to it, the reason I see that there's a disconnect is that he's talking about two subsets of people. He's equating this subset of Black women, because that's who he talks about. He says women in general, but he's usually talking about Black women. A certain subset of Black women and high value men. And his disconnect, while there's a subset of Black women who may want high value men, that's what makes his content what it is because what he's saying is not necessarily wrong in the sense of the way that this subset of Black women behave or interact or their lifestyle. But he's also trying to make it seem as though there's a lot of men who are high value, which is not the case. And so when women, the subset of women are talking about men, they're talking about the population of men that is like the norm of men, versus he's trying to make it seem like they want this high value man, which they kind of do, but not like they usually do with these regular, oops, I almost said the word, regular men. They deal with these regular men. And the subset of women that he's talking about, I can understand, like, because I've had those thoughts with like people in my hometown where I'm like, why are y'all just having babies with these people who you don't want to be with? Like, they say they don't want to marry them or be with them long term, but y'all having babies. But then expecting other men to come in and want to be stepfathers. Not saying that usually the men that they have aren't people who have kids themselves, but it's like that expectation of, if I had children, that's why like I haven't had children, because I want a
family.
Yeah, you want a family. I'm not just out here to be sowing my oats. And like, I'm not just going to give men children or, take on that responsibility and then expect that I look just as desirable to men as a baby mama. Y'all know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I think there are definitely,
what you feeling?
I think there are more high value women than high value men in the Black community. Like, cause like, I feel like there are more women who are, like, I gotta go to college.
He says
have a
degrees
career.
don't make you high value as a woman. Because men don't care about degrees.
Anyways, there are more women with careers. There are more of us with careers than men. Not jobs, careers.
I'm hearing you.
And the pool of men, of these high value men, is small.
Yeah, he says it's like the top 10% of men. He says to be a high value woman, you have to be fit, feminine, friendly, and cooperative.
So what makes you a high value man?
I'm a low value woman.
He says
you're
probably average.
I'm not friendly. I'm not cooperative.
These are the things that make you a high value. I need to know what makes you a high value.
High value man, you have to have
because the woman stuff is all about appearance and like being like super submissive.
Right. His high value man, I think there's 5 or 6 things. He says you have to make at least $10,000 a month for at least 5 years. You have to have a circle of friends who are also high value. You have to have a title or position that is something that people, when you say it, they know what it is. Like, instead of just being, I'm an entrepreneur, like, no, I'm a,
you might be a drug dealer.
You're right, you know, like, you have to have something that's like, whatever.
Street pharmacist.
You have to, some, I can't think of the other, like, 2 or 3. But that's, like, his definition of...
Do they have to be leaders?
No.
Leadership skills?
I feel like none of that's, like, wasn't he from the church? Like, I feel like none of that ain't, like, grounded in any kind of, like...
Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Definitely not,
Sorry that you're having to defend
biblical.
him right now. But
No, it's not biblical, for sure. There's components of how he sees, like, relationships as, like, he tries to equate it back to man and woman in the Bible and stuff like that, but some of it be way off. Like how he says high value men they don't cheat, they explore their options. It's not called cheating, it's called exploring options.
So
and
you
I was like,
actually watch him?
I listened to what he's saying because I figured I was like,
I feel like a lot of men think the same way as he do.
I want to see you should see like the live chat replays and stuff, and I'd be like, y'all men in here are bums. And because it initially started with like me wanting to eventually go on a live and like debate him, but I was like, I gotta learn his arguments to like debate him for. But then I started being like, but he's not talking about the women who, like you were saying, like I would defend like us. He's talking about the women who are a little more, you know, you know the subset of women, right? Like there's there's some ghetto black women out there. That's just what it is, and that's the population he's referring to.
But it seems like I've never really watched the show, but it seems like he projects that on all black women. Like he takes this, like you said, this subset.
But that's who calls into
his
show a lot of times, and that's what gets them shut down. Because then, as soon as he asks, "Do you got any kids?" and they're like, "Yeah," I'm like, "There you go." Like, and, are you with the father? No, because it goes downhill fast. And or as soon as he asks, because he asks him almost every time, "What's your age? What's your dress size?"
Oh no!
And how much do you weigh? If you say anything over a 4 to 6, he plays this little like womp womp. Like,
oh my god!
Because he's like,
that's
there's
terrible.
I know it's. I'd be like, and you know, because he'll be like that. I mean, that right there in itself will knock you off of these men's lists.
We got to be a size 4 or 6, but men they be having big old beer bellies.
They can look like the red and yellow M&M.
But we gotta have figure face, you know.
Because he said that's what men want. They want fit, feminine, and he's like, it's not what women want, because as long as you're being protected and provided for, and then he always asks the question like this: do you want to have to pay significant or work to have to pay significant bills after you have children?
What?
Like, do you want to have to work after you have kids?
Women? Or
yes. And most women say no. So then he's like, so how much would I, and then he asks, how many kids would you want? Or how many more on top of your 2 or 3 or 4 that you already have? Mm-hmm. So how much would a man have to make in order to provide for a family of 5 or whatever? And then you start to get into, well, I guess $500,000. And how many men get into, and so
that's real small
and
population.
So I'm learning his arguments now but he's saying stuff that's not like the way he asked that question. That's the one thing about that. He's not tactful.
Yeah.
He doesn't have good tact. He's not saying anything wrong. It's just his tact. But he says women have been, what he said was like, if we're in crisis, why would we not respond as a crisis versus like too many people have been nice to these type of women, and it's making them think.
I don't feel like that's his place. Like, you don't know these people.
They call in.
They should. I don't know why anybody would call in.
They call in. They call in to get ranked. They call in to.
And they listen.
These ladies got some work to do on themselves.
And that's, I mean, yes, they literally will call in and be like, I just want to know my ranking and all. Same thing. How old are you? Dress size, weight. And then from there, like, if you got kids, it knocks you down 2 points on your sexual market value. Like, it's a lot. Wow. It's a lot.
What is woman?
He will date. He said he doesn't know if he'll ever get married again, but if he does, she'll have to know that he will probably exercise his options, not cheat. Exercise options just means as long as you don't know what's going on. If I'm doing my responsibility of not embarrassing you, public or private, not bringing home any STDs or babies, and still doing what I'm supposed to do as a man, which is like protecting and providing whatever, then what I choose to do with like who I lay down with should not be of concern to you, because you should be living your happy life.
Yeah, I don't need you.
Yeah, right. Whoever he's with has to be okay.
Yeah, like, right.
Yeah.
If y'all agree, y'all will have an open relationship.
About that. I feel like
he says all high value men are kind of like that. That they.
I feel like as long as they're open about it. Like, I feel like there's a difference between doing it and someone knows it is happening versus you just doing it and the person doesn't know.
Well, he's saying, why should they know? Because, I mean, as long going into
a relationship with you, I should know that.
They're saying that
if you're sleeping with a bunch of people.
Well, they're saying if you're in a relationship with a high value man, you should already expect that, because you have a man that is somebody that everybody wants. That's what he says. So
I feel like you should.
Some women are okay with it.
Yeah.
Which. Whatever. Some are, and if you just tell them that, they'll say, as long as I don't know about it, I don't hear about it, you don't get anybody pregnant, you don't get any STDs, give them to me.
Don't embarrass me in public or private.
Like, I feel like
the expectations of a relationship should be laid out early on. Like, if that's what you're going to do, you need to tell me that, and I can decide if I'm in or out.
Right. Give me that option to decide.
Because to me, like, and that's where I'd be saying, like, he'll say some things that are biblical, but then he'll say that, and I'm like, but what does in the Bible he says, but you're supposed to cling to like that part. You can't want women to perform to their natural order, but you then don't do that all the way through the relationship. And I'm like, because high value or not, you could be, I don't care about your money. Like, I'll fight. Let me find out you did what? But he said that's the problem. If you find out, that means he was sloppy, because you shouldn't be finding out. He should be taking care of everything he needs to at home. You shouldn't, like, it shouldn't even faze you that he would probably have somebody else.
Wrong.
So why is he divorced? Because he was exercising his options? Or?
No, he just said, I don't know what he said. He said he was a stepfather once, and that was rough, and then the other one, I don't know. But
I know why.
He's anything like, sometimes he'd be nice to people, and I feel like he would be nice to me, but I need to have a solid argument. But I can't argue against, like, if he brings up baby mamas and stuff, I'm like, well, I get that. Like, yeah, like, no man wants to really be a stepfather. But, you know.
Wow.
I'd be like, huh. But I've been thinking about it. I've been like, might try to tap in on a live. You might see. I'm just going live with Kevin.
Let me know when,
you know.
And I'll tune in.
I'll be like, hello.
Screen record.
I know, like, hey, Mr. Samuel.
You're gonna be so nice.
He gonna ask the dress size.
I'm a 2.
About
I'm a size
that.
2.
He gonna be like, I'm an image consultant. I know what a size 2 looks like. Womp, womp, womp. And he's gonna be like, so you started off with lying. He always
minus 5 points.
Let somebody come in and you clearly know that they're lying about. Because I've seen women, they're like, I mean, full faced, and they'd be like, how much were you when you weighed yourself last? 152. I'd be like, you're lying. If I'm what I am, I know you are not what you are. So I was like, you lying on that one? And then he'll do that, which sometimes entertaining, because you know they're lying on purpose. But it's kind of, it's just like, I wish he would have more tact.
Yeah.
I don't think what he's necessarily saying is wrong.
It's just the way he goes.
It's the way he goes about it.
Some of it is. But...
Some of it is, but a lot of it isn't, is what I'm realizing. But at the same time, and what I don't also like is that he consults the people in the chat and be like, men, if I'm right. And I'm like, these are all bums who have kids and aren't the high value men that you're talking about. No, I'm not listening
I feel like
to them.
they just be doing women bashing. That's what it all
That's
sounds like.
They're incels, a lot of them who follow like his stuff, like, and just be like, he's God, you know. Did y'all see the post in the Shade Room where that man was like on the dating app?
No.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna talk about the colorism thing.
Oh no, that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Or that with Taylor Rooks or whatever, or somebody was like, she's like a sports reporter, and somebody on Twitter was like, she must be mixed with something. Like, this person, a black person, doesn't think one black woman can be beautiful unless she's mixed with something.
She doesn't even look mixed.
She does not look mixed.
She's just regular black.
Somebody's like, black mixed with black.
Like she just looks black.
Oh no, I didn't hear that.
It was some self-hate.
Some incels.
Wow.
They be like that though.
What were you gonna say about Shader?
Oh, this post, like, okay, incels, this went back to, it was like on a dating app, and the guy immediately came out and was like, what would you do to make sure I was like served as a man in the relationship? And she was like,
that was the first.
yes. And she said, no, hi, hey, how's it going? Like, you know, type of thing. And he's like, since you couldn't answer that simple question, it shows that you are not able to submit to a man. So therefore we are not blah, 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 whatever. And somebody was like, that must be Kevin Samuel's son. Because I was like, it kind of did sound like
right.
his verbiage and how these men, these incels be thinking.
And like, you don't walk into a room without saying hello.
Hello.
Like, so you feel like that kind of, you should have some kind of like.
They said that don't work with women.
Saying hello?
Yeah. And I was like, because y'all just say hi.
You could, yeah.
What am I supposed to say to that? Not hi, how are you?
And
right.
something.
Y'all just be
hi.
hi.
Hey, what's up?
Right. That's where y'all get it wrong.
Say, I got similar to that one. I got what makes you different than everybody else on here? No hello. I just deleted it. I was like, why does that? What does it have to do with anything?
Anything, right?
You swipe right just like I did.
You're out.
What makes you different than all the other women on
They be
here?
Xing
Nothing.
themselves out,
Nothing
right?
at all.
Nothing.
Nothing. I'm the same.
I'm the same. I'm the exact same. So, I don't know. He's interesting to watch, though. Yeah. The more I listen to him, the more he's not necessarily wrong about this particular subset of women. But
well, you'll have to keep reporting back to us.
I will.
I can't watch
We
it.
won't watch.
Yeah. No. I wouldn't expect y'all to.
I'd be too tired for that.
No, it's definitely sometimes.
I
hard,
need to protect my peace.
Yeah, that's it.
their
That part.
energy for sure.
It's important.
It's that time. I think we gotta wrap up some.
Yeah, sorry.
Black owned business shout out.
Oh, me. We are choosing a black owned winery. I don't know the correct terminology, but it's McBride Sisters Wine. I don't know if they're all called Black Girl Magic, but there's a couple of them that have that on the label. They have all different types of wine. It's actually pretty good.
Go get you a bottle. Pour it up while you watch it.
Black owned. Support.
That's all we have for you guys today. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back sooner than we were this last time, but thank you as always, and we'll see you later.
Bye.